Hey guys, and welcome to the TorqueWorks YouTube channel. It's been a little bit since I posted a video. I've had a lot going on, which you guys will see pretty soon coming up on the channel. But today I just wanted to go over, as crazy as it seems, a long-term review or an update, if you will, on the 2022 Toyota Tacoma that I have, which you guys have seen the review videos, some donut videos, snow, other stuff, you know, playing around with the truck. But I wanted to give a good update on it because it now has just over 15,000 miles, all highway. Like a lot of you know, I travel a lot for work and for the channel. So I just wanted to touch base and let you know how it's going. So I've been flooded recently with the videos that I have on the Tacoma with all sorts of questions, and they're all great questions. But a lot of them I'm going to try and answer in this video. So now with over 15,000 miles on the Tacoma, I've had a lot of people ask, how is the gas mileage now? Well, the gas mileage is still very good. I'm still averaging over 20 miles to the gallon. Let me flip the camera around and I can show you now. All right, so here I'm parked. Let me go over and let's see what we got. So right now I'm averaging 21.7 on this tank, which you can see I'm getting close to a fill up anyway. But that's pretty much my standard average. I'm averaging like 20.5 to 22, just really kind of depends on my driving. And that is with over 15,000 miles on it now. So I'm definitely well within the break-in range. So gas mileage is still good. Another question I get a lot actually is, how long do I think the Tacoma will last? Well, that's hard to say because this is a 2022 model. It's built in a different location, but it's built to the same specs by the same company with the same parts, as far as we know. So my thought, just in driving this one for 15,000, now this is my first Tacoma, not the first one I've ever been in, but the first one I've ever owned. I have no reason to think anything but that it will last for a long time with the required maintenance and with you just taking care of it. Now I have, well, actually two relatives that have Tacomas that are older. One of them, I want to say, is a 93 model. One, I think, is a little older than that. I'm not going to tell you the exact age of it. I'm not sure. It's old. Okay. They have hundreds of thousands of miles on them. One is the little double cab that they used to have with not a really functional back seat. And the other is just a single cab. They work it hard. They pull everything with it, stumps, tractors, small trailer, whatever. I mean, it's an off-road, what they call a hunting truck now, where they just take it in the woods at this point. But it still takes a beating and keeps on going after all those hundreds of thousands of miles. I think one is over 360,000 miles, and that's on all original parts. So how is the interior holding up? There is a lot of hard touch plastics, a lot of soft touch materials. The steering wheel on the Tacoma is leather, but how is it all holding up? Well, it's holding up great. There is no signs of wear after 15,000 miles, which I know is not a ton, but you know, that's quite a bit in a short amount of time. No wear on the steering wheel, no wear on the shift knob, no wear on the seats. Now, this one that I have does not have leather seats, but there's no signs of wear anywhere. No cracks, no creaks, nothing. So as you can see here, like I said, there's no wear on the steering wheel. There's no wear on the hard touch buttons for the controls. Nothing. I mean, I'm pretty careful with everything. So I know not everyone's is going to be perfect all the time, depending on if you're, you know, hauling your dogs and a lot of passengers and things like that. No scratches on the screen. You know, this doesn't make any noise unless I'm beating on it. Headliner's great. Seats, like I said, no signs of any wear or anything at all. Carpet floor mats. I took the WeatherTechs out for a little bit. I mean, these things are brand new. But yeah, they look great. Everything looks great. Everything works great. So after 15,000 miles, I can say that I do have a few small annoyances. that have come up. This being not a full-size truck like I'm normally used to, or large cars. The seating position, though, with the new electric powered front seat here for the driver's side, at least in mine, makes it very tolerable for someone of my size that's over 6 feet tall and more on the chunky side. Okay. So it's comfortable enough. Is it good enough? Yes. Is it the most comfortable truck? No. Is it the most comfortable to drive in general? No. But does it get the job done and still have fun doing it? Absolutely. So I'm not steering anyone away from getting a Tacoma. They are fantastic. And some people love them. These are maybe your favorite truck ever. And I definitely think if you can find one, that you get it. So one annoyance that I have with mine after 15,000 miles is the rear drum brakes on the truck. So I found that through some of the snow and stuff that I drove through, when they get moisture in the brakes, the brake drum, or around them on the wheel hub itself, it's not rust. I've looked. There's zero rust on this truck. I'll try and show you that a little bit in just a second. But I feel like when you haven't been driving very far, if you start up in the morning and you get going, your first few stops when you apply the brake, it feels like they almost grab a little bit and stick just very briefly for a second. And it could just be mine. Who knows? I try to keep it rinsed off and clean, but there could be something in it or whatever. That's just me and my opinion on this truck. I've noticed it a few times and that annoys me. Another thing that annoys me a little bit on this truck is what I consider a surge. Now, it could be due to many factors, but I try to keep the auto climate control on in this truck, right down here. So I try to keep the climate control on at all times, usually around 68 to 70 degrees. So it cycles between AC and different modes and things on its own, which is great. But that means your AC compressor under the hood is running. And much like power steering, it could make your engine surge a little bit. You'll notice the RPMs will jump here and there when they kick on. So I don't know if what I'm experiencing is that, but say that I've just started it up and I'm about to pull out of the garage. It's a little tight fit, so it takes me a second, to pull it out carefully. And sometimes it almost like wants to jump, just jump forward, or whatever, even without applying the gas at all. And so that's what I mean by surge. It surges the RPMs of the engine just a little bit, and that could be the AC. I've turned it off a few times and it still does it. It could be the ECU, transmission and engine talking together, and it, for some reason, during its warm-up phase, just thinks it needs to do that. But I've noticed that mine does it mostly I notice it when I'm going slow speed, like pulling out of the driveway or backing into the garage. It will do it even after I've driven it for a while. So again, not sure exactly what it is. I don't think it's a problem mechanically at all. It's just kind of an annoyance. I had an old Jeep with the way it was geared and things. It did the same thing. So I don't know. And I drove that thing for 300,000 miles. So nothing was wrong with it. So let's take a quick look outside. I'll let you see what the exterior looks like. Take a look at the tires, all stock. I have not changed a thing on this truck. So you can see what it'll be like after 15,000 miles. Maybe you just ordered one. Maybe you got one a little while ago and you don't have many miles. You want to know what it's going to be like. I had one of my viewers actually thanking me for my review video on this Tacoma because he wanted to order one. He's been waiting and trying to find one. And there's no place that has one for him to physically see and look at. And man, that's what these videos are for. Thank you for watching, by the way. You know who you are. But anyway, let's hop out and take a look at the outside of this guy and see what you guys think. Sunny day, but it always messes up my videos. So let me flip the camera around and let you look at it and see what you think. All right, so here's the outside. Still looking good. It's pretty clean. Not a single scratch, speck, dent, anything on this guy, other than a little bit of dirt because, well, it's not detailed. The bed's still looking great. No big dents or anything in that. And I've definitely used it. I'm gonna tighten this guy down just a little bit. The power window is still working great. Tailgate, decals on there great. I know some other car companies, these decals don't always stay on. Even these guys, the inlays that I did, even they're staying on really, really well. Decals are good. Let's look at these tires. See if you can see them. Tread is great. And then I know you can't really tell, but I mean, that's pretty good tread depth. I mean, that's 15,000 on these Goodyears. Steps are good. Windshield. No chips at all. It's fantastic. I love that too. All the lights inside and out, all the bulbs, LED headlights that I have on this one, everything's still exactly like it was brand new. Nothing's gone out, nothing's need to be replaced. And I've had, you know, the Toyota Care service done. That's it, oil change and stuff. So let's take a quick look under the hood, just so you can see it. Nothing's changed, but just to kind of see, you know, what it looks like after some miles are on it. All right, and that's what we got. So it looks good. It's actually very clean. I'm surprised. I've just done a few trails, mostly just, you know, driving around like anyone else would. Got some leaves over there. But yeah, it looks good. Performs great. I've had 0 issues out of this truck. Okay, guys. Well, what did you think? I didn't have anything happen or wrong with this truck at all. It's been a good truck. It's still getting good gas mileage, what I consider good, at least from what I'm used to. It still drives great. Yeah, no issues, no real complaints. I told you what I had, and that's it. So what do you guys think? If you have one, are you noticing the same thing? Are you having any issues? You let me know down in the comments, okay? And we'll talk about it. And if you have any questions, always leave a comment. And I do answer them as soon as I can. And I also wanted to remind all you guys, I know I mentioned it a few times in previous videos, but if you know how to navigate YouTube pretty well, you can actually click on the TorqueWorks YouTube channel icon, mobile or PC, doesn't matter. You go to the channel homepage. We have a community tab where I'll post pictures, much like Instagram. I'll post polls. My subscribers, you'll know about that. Just asking, getting some info and data for, from previous videos, but also for future videos, different ideas, and just general, you know, community talk. So let's share our info there if you would. But also you can click on the home button there on the channel, and you can find the email address for TorqueWorks that'll come directly to me or my other partners, and we'll try to answer whatever. But the reason I'm saying that is because if you email me your information, your location, and pictures related to your vehicle, of course, your trucks or cars or whatever, and you want to do a spot, I am wanting to do some subscriber spots on the channel, and that could be modifications to your truck, just a stock one. It doesn't matter. You think it's awesome, let me know about it. I'm sure everyone else will be too, and I can share it for you. So thanks for watching today, guys. And those of you that are new to the channel, if you liked what you saw, or you want to click on some of the other videos that you've seen with the links scrolling across the top, and you like what you see there, if you would subscribe to the channel, become a part of the community. Every view and every subscriber are really, really appreciated, and it helps this channel grow so we can do bigger and better things in the near future. So thanks again, everybody, for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.